Previously on Cars Adventures, Jackson Storm and Cruz Ramirez have teamed up, and alongside a bunch of other next-gens who had previously reformed from the evil next-gen group, they are using Steve Herschel to sneak into the jail where the evil next-gens are being held in an attempt to speak to them and try to get them to reform. And if they do choose to reform, then they will let them run free. They'll let them out of jail. Unfortunately, Herb Kerbler tricked everyone, and after claiming that he would reform, he drove away and left Jackson and all the other cars. And right after that, things got worse when the protectors of Radiator Springs showed up. Without having any context on the situation, they simply saw footage of Jackson sneaking next-gens in and out of the jail and believed that because of this, he had returned to evil. So now they've told Jackson to stand down. Jackson Storm, we have reason to believe that you and your next-gen friends are breaking into this jail in an attempt to rebuild your evil organization. So, we are asking you and all of your friends to turn yourselves in. Wait, stop. You have it all wrong, Patrick. You have the whole picture wrong. We're not breaking out next-gens to restart the evil next-gens. We've all reformed. Sure. Well, look, Patrick, these are all the guys that have reformed, and we were teaming up to try to get more next-gens to reform. We were using Steve Herschel here to break into the jail. We'll sneak ourselves into the jail to talk to the other next-gens to try to get them to reform, so that we could bring back the Piston Cup, so we could have all the racers back. And we already successfully reformed Rich and Conrad. Alright? We weren't trying to do anything evil, alright? We've all reformed, we swear. Don, do you believe them? It makes sense. I mean, Lightning, you did bring up the point that this might not be the case. And, I mean, all we were going off of was footage we saw of you and Steve Herschel sneaking next-gens out of jail. Lightning, do you believe what he's saying? Two years ago, I wouldn't believe what he was saying. But once Jackson reformed and redeemed himself, it taught me that second chances are really important, and to give cars second chances, and that you really can turn your life around. And heck, maybe if Jackson hadn't reformed, I wouldn't have come up with the idea of trying to get Cruz to reform, and that worked out. Don, I don't think that Jackson Storm has returned to evil. Thanks, Lightning. Yeah, no problem. So, Jackson, you and your friends organized this whole thing to get next-gens out here, talk to them, and get them out of here if they chose to reform, is that correct? Yeah, we talked to them individually. Actually, we never finished talking to them. We still have more to go through. But we talked to them, and if they chose to change their ways, then we took them out. And you decided to do this without contacting us first? Yeah. Why? We thought the mission would be too risky for you guys to want to do it. Too risky? Jackson, man, a few months back, I was snuck undercover into a town full of criminals. If the protectors of Radiator Springs are anything, it's risky. And if you had contacted us before you and your friends attempted this, maybe we would have been able to, make everything go smoother. Well, actually, it's all gone very smoothly. What about the whole thing with Rush? Well, look, Jackson, I think what you were doing is pretty noble. Really? You think it's noble? Yeah. Yeah. Trying to change the minds of these cars, I think it's pretty noble. But now we have to clear the names of your friends who have reformed and make sure that it's okay for them to, go out into the world again. And we also have to contact the security of this jail, because eventually they're going to find out that several cars were broken out, and then we're going to have to explain all of this to them, and it's going to be a whole big issue. If you had contacted us before this all started, then we would have easily avoided that, and none of any upcoming drama between us and cars that work at this prison and, the law would happen. So you should have contacted us first. No mission is too risky for the protectors. We probably would have approved this if we heard you out. Heck, we're approving of it right now as we hear you out. But, unfortunately, due to all of these circumstances that Patrick is talking about, we're going to have to ask you to stop this operation. What? For now. Stop it for now, until we're able to clear everything up, and then maybe we could come up with a better system for this, and, we can do it all, no risk. Alright. Thanks, guys. Speaking of risk, is there any chance any of these reform missions didn't work out too well? Well, funny you should mention that. Herb Kerbler kinda tricked us and drove away. What? Yeah, it was right before this, too. Right before you guys came here. Oh, man. Did any other cars get away? No. The other cars that we spoke to, they reformed. Rich and Conrad and Bubba, he was a spy, so he was always on our side, but we got him out of jail. I mean, there was a whole thing with Steve Slick LePage, but we locked him back up. Oh, man. Jackson, if you had contacted us before all of this, then we would have come up with a way to make sure that the next gens that had claimed to reform had actually reformed, okay? We could have set up a lie detector test or any multitude of things so that they wouldn't drive away like this. Which way did Herb go? We've got to get him. Oh, man, we were all looking for him. It was just before you guys arrived. I don't know, but maybe if we could split up or something, we could find him, right? We could still find him. He can't be far. Davis? Yeah? I'm going to need you to search the area for Herb Kerbler. Everybody else, spread out. And don't stop searching until we have Herb.